So, I've been browsing the internet one day, and then all of a sudden I just see hundreds and hundreds of people just talking about this one game specifically. It's called Among Us, and most of you probably do know, but I mean, what's the deal with it? Well, I did a little research in the background and stuff, and apparently it's a pretty interesting game. Among Us is basically an online multiplayer social deduction game. Now, I know some of you might be wondering, Chaotix! What is a social deduction game? Probably won't do that again, but I mean, enthusiasm is alright, I guess, right? Yeah? Funny. Anyway, in a social deduction game, there are multiple roles that are spread across each player, involving them to group up and try to find out what each person has as a role before they all get killed by the enemy player. So now I want you to think of this old game called Town of Salem. Yeah, you guys remember that old Flash game that everyone used to play in YouTube way back when?
Kill the people that visit them?
Veteran and serial killer?
It's pretty old, right? Yeah, I'd say so. It's like, it's been around since like 2014, so it's been like 6 years now. God, even thinking of that is making me feel old. Well, anyway, Town in Salem has multiple roles, like I was saying about the social deduction games. And in these three specific roles that this game actually has, it's the Mafia, the Townsman, and the Neutral. There are basically two outcomes that happen in the game, where either the Townsman or the Mafia win, while the Neutral just try to survive. The overall objectives that these Townsmen and Mafia have are just to kill each other. And by killing each member of the opposing team, they win the game. Simple as that. There are also these tasks that players have to complete individually that also bring out another outcome, but let's just ignore that for now and just talk about the game that we're all here for. Among Us was released on June 15th of 2018 by the game studio Any Sloth. While it was released in 2018, it took up to 2 years for the game to explode in popularity in Twitch and YouTube communities. Now, for the reason why it blew up so randomly, many speculate it's because a streamer under the name Admiral Bulldog was recommended to play it by a Twitch sub. And knowing how the community is, it's not really that far-fetched to think that, you know, that is basically what happened. As of now, this game is listed as one of the top 5 most streamed games on Twitch, and there are also hundreds of videos on YouTube being made every day that include this specific game. And to be honest, it's amazing how fast it just blew up. I mean, you must be crazy that if anyone had, like, you know, a brain, they would actually make content off of this game. I mean, look at me, I'm literally making a video right now on this game. Especially with how easily accessible this game is. It's even on the freaking phone, man! Like, jeez! Like, you guys got games on your phone? Come on! Anyway, so that's the entire history lesson of the game. So now let's just talk about the full-on gameplay of it. Among Us involves a group of people between 4 to 10 that are tasked to do a list of objectives spread around the map, either in space or a planetary base. Yeah, you guys are in frickin' space! Now these tests are represented as minigames that involve the player to quickly finish them before dying in the hands of the enemy player, because the enemy players are pretty much dicks, in my opinion. Which are just called imposters. Let's stop calling them enemy players, right? Yeah, you guys aren't dicks. It's fine. For the players that are not the imposters, by completing their list of objectives, each task contributes to filling up a bar on the top left corner of the screen that basically, once it's done being filled up by every single task done from everyone, they win the game, and the imposters just lose. Sounds simple enough, right? Yeah, I mean, I hope so. I mean, probably not. I mean, I left out a couple elements, but that's on purpose, because I'm gonna go over it right now. Yeah, you know? And these bits are just the juiciest of the juice. Like, so juicy that it basically just makes the entire thing completely edible. And I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm literally just going on with this. So, but the two roles are the crewmates and the imposters. The imposters are kind of fun in my opinion between the two. They can vary between 1 to 3 and are tasked to kill everyone on the ship. It's basically their job. They can also hinder your progress in filling up that bar in the top left corner by sabotaging some things that you do have to go and attend to, like, right away. Now, for the effects of the sabotages, they can either make you blind or just straight up kill you if you do not take care of them in time. There are also these vents that only the imposters can use, which will help them teleport from one location from another, just to help them not get caught by the other players and, you know, just die. But from the sound of it, they do have like a big giant arsenal that they can use on their disposal, and then you guys just pretty much sound like you got nothing if you're the crewmates. But I mean, on a positive note, they do have a weakness, which is the power of voting! Yeah, did you guys vote today? This video is not sponsored by the government. Anyway, yes, you heard it right. The power of voting. While tasks are being done by the crewmates, they have the ability to call an emergency meeting if they find out something fishy is going on. If the crewmates find either a dead body left behind or just someone dumb enough as an imposter to jump out of a vent right in front of them, they can just call a meeting where they must discuss to their crewmates on what's going on. To better understand what I'm saying, let me just make up this scenario. You see a dead body underneath your good friend Tom and want to report it to everyone else. You call an emergency meeting and tell them everything, but they don't believe you. Yeah, they don't. Why? Well, I don't know. I really don't. Just kidding. I actually know. It's because Tom is a dick. Now, these meetings can go in 2 different directions. In your case, the imposter, which is Tom, manipulated the entire meeting, and now everyone believes that you did the killing. But all hope is not lost. I mean, you can try to prevent this from happening. The only thing you need to do is have a better and thorough description of what happened than Tom, because Tom is a smooth brain. While voting, there are 2 selections that someone can make. They can either skip a vote or vote on someone that they feel is very suspicious, which in this case is Tom, because he is the smooth brain, the smoothest of the smooth. Now, once the votes are all casted, the person with the most votes gets kicked out of the group and are killed by whatever lies outside of the map, either it being lava or a vacuum of space. And rip Tom. And by doing these votes, it also creates an alternative method of winning the game from either side if all the imposters or the crewmates are voted off by the opposing side. And that's pretty much it. That's how you play the game. I mean, although these mechanics do look daunting at first, once you play the game, I'm pretty sure you will get the gist of it right away. Well, now all there is to this video is to express my thoughts on what I think about this game. Sorry about that, I kinda just stubbed my toe mid-sentence. Well, in my opinion, I feel that this game is overall good. I like how it requires you to communicate with people and work as a team to find the imposters. It also does a great job in making situations where you have to get out of your comfort zone to complete these tasks. And although these traits are good in a sense, they can also contribute into a major flaw that I can see in this, and that being you need to have a group of people that you know to play this game. I mean, it's really hard to get a full-on experience when you're just playing alone, because you would have to be playing with something like Discord to feel very immersed in how you play the game. Of course, this game does have a text chat function. I wouldn't really fully recommend playing with something like that because everyone has Discord, And this game creates a lot more tension when you are playing in a voice call rather than a text chat. And the reason why I say that, it's because you actually have to think on the spot when managing your speech patterns, and it lets you like feel like you are just doing like a wrong deed when you actually killed somebody. And let me tell you, when you're lying as an imposter, it's really hard to keep your composure in the tone that you usually make. Your mind pretty much freaks out when being called out, and with one voice break, it could just be all over for you. And I mean that, like, literally, because, like, everyone will just suspect that you are the killer. And also, Discord is just a really good application to use anyway. But before making the decision and installing the game, I would make sure that you have a friend to play with, or at least, like, 3 people. Because it's just not fun playing with people that you know, right? Yeah. Or, if you don't have any friends, like me, you can just go to a community in Discord and ask someone, hey, can I play this game with you? And then someone will be like, yeah. Then you guys can go ahead and meet other friends that they have. All your friends are mine. As long as you see yourself enjoying this game, you'll pretty much have a good time. Overall, I give this game an 8 out of 10. So, good job. I would rate this game higher, but I feel like the lack of a voice comm made that dent. If it wasn't for Discord, I highly think that this game probably wouldn't even have been so popular as it is now. Like, it's kind of boring if you play the game through text chat. Believe me, I kind of tried, and it was sad. But that should be the end of the video, so you guys have a wonderful day. Also, did you know that I had a Discord server? Yeah. Well, now you know. The link to that, it will be in the description below. I also have a Twitch channel where I play some games, so supporting that would be very appreciated. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe to my channel, where I will be trying to pump out as much content as I can. I mean, I have college, so it's going to be a little interesting for me to manage. I'm probably going to go ahead and play a game or something. Maybe Among Us.